Hey everybody, welcome to Coast to Coast. My name is Toa. I'm one of three of your main hosts here today. We are coming on live here from YouTube. You also can check out our website, oneupds.com. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, hit the bell notification icon. That way you can follow us. You know what I mean? So as we talked about last time, this is like the premiere month for us. This was a project that our studio, oneupds.com, started doing. We have other shows called like Derailed, One Up Weekend, everything nerdy that we do a part of our show. It's kind of an umbrella. So we started a program where it's like we went out there. We said we really want to create a new show, but we don't want to do it with the same friends we had because we all know our own stories, and I want to hear some new stories and new topics. So Coast to Coast sounded like a really cool idea, and we got two people that really stuck with us, and a third, unfortunately, is in China. Matt, we love you. We got a video from Matt, which hopefully will become a constant thing where we get to see a video come from Matt every once in a while. So here we're going to do, we're going to bring on the team. You will love them. If you weren't here last week, you'll love them now. It's Julia and Ryan. We call Jules and Ryan. So welcome to that.
Hello.
Hi.
There we go. Hopefully the audio is coming through just fine. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mute my side and I'm going to check the feed to that.
Okay.
Hi.
Yes, it is. All right. Fantastic. So last time we went through a bunch of topics, we're kind of getting to know each other. So the first month's a lot of like, who are you? What do you want? What do you do? And so, yeah. And Jules has been amazing in finding topics for us. So real quick, just introduce yourselves. We added a little tag if you can't tell. I'm from Dallas. Jules?
I'm from Chicago, although not originally. This is the sixth city I've lived in. I was born in Canada, Calgary, and then moved to St. Louis, Missouri in middle school. I did my last 2 years of high school in Houston, Texas, went to Vancouver, Canada for undergrad, went to Melbourne, Australia for postgrad, and then I came here after I graduated. Been here for about 3 years.
There you go. Ryan.
Traveling. Hi. Hello. Oh my gosh. Hi. I'm currently in Phoenix. Phoenix.
His fingers disappearing with the wall.
Phoenix. But I'm originally from California, Northern California, around the Bay Area-ish. I hear it's currently on fire, and I'm hoping everyone's okay. But born and raised in Northern California, I did my undergrad in SoCal, about 20 minutes away from Disneyland, so study breaks were always a blast. I would go to Universal Studios sometimes for a day off, and then I would go to downtown Disney just to loiter in the hotels and listen to the music. It was beautiful. I loved it. And then they hired me for a summer, and that was fun.
What did you do?
I was a bell clerk. So I was a bell clerk
Like
at the
with a cute outfit with a little hat?
Yeah, I had a costume. It was
Did you have white gloves on too?
not the gloves, unfortunately, but it was like I had like a vest and I had.
Oh my gosh! I
like
wish you could wear it for the podcast.
I wish, yeah, that I did a couple of cast member no-nos during my time there, and there are plenty of embarrassing stories there. But I have a couple lame claims to fame because I would touch celebrities' keys. That was about as close as I got to meeting anybody famous at Disney. Carly Rae Jepsen's keys, they felt great. And then I know
Super jealous.
in the first celebrity.
My sister loves Carly Rae Jepsen.
Oh, really? Like
Yeah. You have to listen to her album Emotions in its entirety in order, and it will change your life.
Oh shucks, that's after Call Me Maybe or same album?
After Call Me Maybe.
Okay, gotcha. I will have to make time for that because that song was everywhere. And then Owl City got a hold of her and they did some fun stuff. But then yeah, I only survived a summer. Couldn't do any more after that. And then now I'm out here in Phoenix, Arizona to do grad school, working on a master's in philosophy and religion. So I'm just having fun, swamped in swimming in books, which is my favorite place to be. So just grateful to be here.
I mean, luckily Christianity has just one.
Well, technically it's 66, and if you're Catholic, you might get maybe 8 more. But
That's a friend of mine I knew a long time ago. went to school for religion, and I was like, all of them. He's like, no, just we're focusing on the Bible. And I said, okay, cool. So you only have like one textbook that's actually like you don't have to buy it because it's in every hotel.
Right, yeah.
He's like, no, they make us buy specific textbooks. I'm like, that's wrong. You should go to the source of the information because I mean, when they ask for references, you just put the Bible, the Bible.
Yeah,
I was
basically.
like, I'm going to hell. I'm sorry.
Yeah, how do you APA reference the Bible?
Oh man, we don't use APA at the seminary. We have to use a special citation system called SBL, which is the Society of Biblical Literature.
Oh.
And that citation formula just works because we have to deal with certain kinds of evidences that don't have a form in MLA or APA. So we got to make some accommodations, I guess.
It's Kermit the Frog comes out to say scripture.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. Did you not know Kermit's religious?
In God said up to them.
Kermie Elise. Sorry.
I hope your students are watching right now.
Oh,
I
God.
really
Your
hope so.
professors are watching. That's blasphemy.
Oh,
Come Monday,
gosh.
Ryan is mine.
And I'll just be like, "No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me."
So a little bit of my background, guys. I run myself and my partner of mine, who is currently at his house, Jamil. We run One Up Definitive Studios, One Up DS, which is the parent company of the Coast to Coast. We've been podcasting since 2011. Technically, we started off at Blog Talk Radio, which is if you pay them $150, you could air on their show, and it was like once a week, and it was all voice only. It was a really cool system, but it really degraded your voice to sound like that, the NPR style setup. Hi everybody, welcome to. And
Welcome to.
and then we got into the video casting in 2015, involving green screens and everything else that we do, and we just built into a digital marketing company. And so as of 2019, we turned into a full digital marketing company. And on the side, I actually work as a marketing manager for another company. So during the day, I work at one, I come home, and then I work on more. And I also have, 3 kids and a wife and a dog and a cat and a lizard named Leo. And yeah, and then games and friends and things like that. Other than that, my history is way too long to go into, but you'll hear it throughout the show.
Awesome.
Shows.
Very cool.
Shows in the parentheses with the S.
My objective right now is to make Ryan and Jules extremely happy because they are awesome and I want them to and keep doing this with me. I've got new friends.
Friendship.
Friendship.
Where did
Can't handle the friendship.
Well, I'll tell you how much of a friendship is happening. Ryan and I have a show that we watch together now called A Young Doctor's Notebook and Other Stories, which is my favorite thing that Daniel Radcliffe has ever been in. It also stars John Hamm. It was like a BBC special adaptation of a British novel, and there's only 2 seasons. I think there's only like 8 episodes a season, so it's a very short thing, but it's a very dark comedy that I love. And then Toa was super nice and helped me out to watch Mulan last week as well, the new live action.
Gotta pay that money to Disney.
Hanging out with my new friends, watching stuff.
It's exciting.
So that actually rolls into your first topic, doesn't it? Kind of.
Yeah,
Mulan.
it does actually. Yeah, so we touched on live action Disney remakes last week, and so we've actually watched one, Mulan, the most recent one to come out, and I've got strong feelings.
I need to hear these strong feelings.
I did not know that Jet Li was even in the movie. But to find out he is the Emperor, and he's not like the cartoon Emperor, he's kind of a badass. It's Jet Li.
It's jelly.
He's not this, you have saved us, and like, I will slowly creep downstairs, very old looking, decrepit, drawing. He was just like, ooh. I mean, him and then Donnie Yen. Okay, and if you don't know who Donnie Yen is, you should go watch Ip Man. If you don't know who Ip Man is, he's in Star Wars. He always says, I am the Force is with me. Come on. He's awesome. they were both in it and did a fantastic job. Mulan was a decent representation of the cartoon, but I liked the darker twist to it. So it wasn't a bad movie. I just really kind of missed the music. You know, they played in the background, right? You heard the, this is the girl I am.
Yeah, they had a few of the notes in there.
And so my kids were singing the song while the background music's playing.
Oh, that's super cute. That's really cute, actually. That actually would have made it a lot better for me, I think.
They didn't do the guys in drag, so that was sad.
Oh,
They
dang it.
didn't. No.
Well, I mean, what's
they
the point?
didn't. And yeah, there was no Mushu. There was a phoenix instead.
That she,
Non-
but that she could only
non-vocalizing
see,
phoenix.
right?
Yeah.
Which is weird because that
That
would have been
base-
like,
Yeah.
be like, what are you staring at? The phoenix. This girl's nuts.
Wait, really?
She could only see it. But that was kind of the representation of Mushu, which was a
Mm-hmm.
guardian of their family.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I would rather have Eddie Murphy popping in there. You know,
Yeah.
they did have they did have Cricket though.
They did.
But he
Cricket
was
was
a
a
person.
person.
And
Yeah.
it was Lucky.
He was one of the soldier friends.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
It's like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Well,
The
he was
cricket.
kind of a badass at the end because he did this whole back around behind
He
the flip with
was.
2 arrows thing, which kind of cool. I was just like, oh my god, that was
Yeah.
awesome. You know?
Oh. Dang. So was this just like really action and intensity driven?
Yeah, it was very much in the style of like Zhang Yimou movies.
It
Okay.
kinda
If you know
remind- I
those,
mean,
like Crouching Tiger.
yeah, I was gonna say it was
Mhm.
House of
Crouching
Flying
Tiger, Hidden
Daggers,
Dragon. They even had the
very
same
much
people
that
playing
style.
it,
Yeah, that's what they were trying to emulate, I think.
Oh, wow.
but it was all
Yeah.
about chi, right? And
Yeah.
it was
So
sorcery.
that was, yeah, actually, I watched a lot of like YouTube video reviews, and then I also watched the Vanity Fair notes on a scene that had the director, and then Mulan, and then I don't even remember which soldier was which. That was one of the other things that bothered me because they were a huge part of the original, and I can't even
you
like
kind
I
of
don't
said
remember
it
who's
because the grumpy
like,
one is like,
who's.
you think you're tough. I was like, that's the
Yeah, I
short
was
one.
the grumpy one.
The one's like,
And then
I'm
Chang
nice to
Po is
everybody.
like the big one.
And then you got the nerdy one, and then there was another one. You're like, 'cause
Yeah,
then-
there's like the love interest one, and I think maybe because he had a new name because he's not in the original, maybe.
well, the original,
But,
yeah, because in the original it was the captain, and then you can't have this young
Yeah.
girl falling in love and like with Donnie, with the Donnie Yen. So
Oh,
Yeah.
Gosh. This just sounds like a radically different experience from.
It was very different. It was very different. So I think, yeah, because they wanted to do a different style of movie that was more along the lines, I think, of like Crouching Tiger, which is super cool. But I think, and watching the notes on a scene with the director's commentary, and they broke down the fight scene between Mulan and then this other, the love interest
Yeah.
soldier guy.
Okay.
And the way she was talking about it just explained everything that I felt like I didn't like about the movie. So the movie itself, the cinematography, amazing. The sets are amazing. The costumes are amazing. Like visually, it's very stunning. And that's pretty much what the director talked about the most. She was like, when she was breaking down the scene, she was like, yeah, we used a wide lens here, and then it was on a crane, and then we came down and we were going through the crowd. And like she was speaking about this, mostly about the cinematography
yeah,
of the
Okay.
scene, and also how the fight scenes were choreographed and just all like the visual components of it. And she had maybe one sentence about like the emotion behind it. And I think
Huh.
they came in because Mulan is an established story, and they're like, oh yeah, the story's already established. We don't need to worry about that. That box is ticked. We just need to make it look amazing.
yeah.
And that was the focus, and it lost a lot of the emotion for me. So like visually, it's a stunning movie, I think. But there was one YouTube video I saw, and this girl had proposed what she would have done instead, just for the opening, so not spoiler, hopefully too much. And I thought what her pitch would have been, how she would have changed it, was perfect. So the grandmother character, if you remember in the original, the grandmother was this very like comic relief type character, and she's the one who gave Mulan the cricket, the supposedly lucky cricket, who like ruined the matchmaking scene. So the grandmother character was replaced by a sister.
The
and
matchmaking
sister
scene was
in
kind
this
of broken by
movie-
a spider.
Yeah.
You should
Which-
move the
yeah,
pot. I don't
which the
really want to
sister
move the
is
pot.
afraid of. Yeah. Yeah. So the sister's supposed to, I think in this movie, emulate what like the perfect daughter is supposed to look like. So that Mulan looks like a large contrast to that.
Okay.
But instead, I don't know. It just kind of, she just doesn't do much for me. Anyways, so what this girl proposed would have been better is that, okay, wait, before I say what she proposed.
Yeah,
So the
no
other,
spoilers.
the biggest
Be
issue
careful.
I
No
had,
spoilers.
no spoilers, hopefully no spoilers. But one of the biggest issues I had was the scene where Mulan decides to go to war. Because in the original, that's a super, super emotional scene. And another YouTube review I watched, they did a side-by-side comparison of that like whole scene. And the new one takes all of like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's basically like she's, hopefully this isn't a spoiler. You can like close your ears if you want. But basically she's suddenly wearing the armor. She takes the sword and then it's a wide shot of her riding off on the horse.
Yeah.
And that's basically it. Versus in the Disney original, it's like this whole thing. She goes to the ancestors. She's nervous at first and then she feels like full of resolve.
She cuts her
lights the
hair.
thing. She cuts her hair. She puts on the armor. She like takes the sword and then she, right. And it's a whole intense thing. So what the girl had proposed might have been better is that to give the sister a bit more of a part is that Mulan, as children, Mulan should have saved the sister to like show their deep connection. Mulan should have like saved her life. And then when she was leaving, the sister should have helped her like put on the armor maybe. That was
Should
my
have,
other
yeah.
thing. Like if they had even prolonged that emotional scene of like showing Mulan even just putting on the armor
Yeah.
would have kind of helped. Because otherwise it just felt like she was always going to be rebellious. She was always just going to go, okay, there she goes. Versus it was like this is like a big pivotal emotional moment in her life.
Yeah, yeah. There's enough rising tension.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing like that rising tension in this beginning portion. So, I mean,
Dang.
I got up to go use the restroom at one point because I was like, I'm not going to miss anything. It was a decent movie. The story was nice. They did expand a little bit on the ending compared. They shortened a piece and then expand a piece. Like, the whole emperor and everybody bowing to Mulan like in the movie. They didn't do that here. But he was just like, I understand, and then walked away. And I was like, you dick, Yeah, it's kind of an asshole move, dude. But whatever. And then they expanded on it with people coming to town. And it was the captain that tended to pay more respect and tell the village. And overall, interesting story. The addition to the sorcerer, no spoilers, but to the sorcerer, which is a chi driven. She turns to the bird kind of a thing. Reminds me of Kingdom. Was it? It was one of the other movies that had Jackie Chan, Jet Li, and that kid. I can't remember. With the monkey's paw. I got to go back and look it up. But it reminds me of that. Same
Okay.
fighting style, using their robes and crouching tiger, hidden dragon / monkey / cockroach, whatever it was.
Butterfly.
But
Interesting.
I would recommend in December they're coming out with a movie, a part of Disney Plus that you don't have to pay $30 for.
Oh yes, you have to
But it's
pay
already
extra,
got really bad reviews. They're
Yeah.
financially, it did not even come close to the mark they were hoping to hit. And,
Really?
well,
Mulan did?
yeah. I mean, they were hoping for at least
which would be hard without a theater release.
right. They were hoping
Even
for
with the
35
extra, yeah.
to 40% theater release style income. That did not happen. Not even close. We're talking maybe 12% at high. And
Well,
that's global.
The other thing that I heard today that's going to put a big dent in their revenue is China. A lot of China is actually boycotting the movie, and that's a huge demographic for all
Yeah.
theater,
Whoa.
all movies. That's a huge demographic
is
is
a
China, and they're
massive-
boycotting because apparently the main actress who plays Mulan is supporting kind of like China taking over Hong Kong, and it's a little bit political over there with like
yeah.
her political affiliations, and so there's a big boycott, which is also going to hugely impact the revenue, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
that is what it is. I mean, if in
Yeah.
other strange news, just to put out there, we found out yesterday that Chris Evans, Captain America, accidentally tweeted out a photo reel of his penis.
Duh.
I did hear about that.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was
I'm
trending.
always skeptical if that's an accident or not.
Well, I mean,
And in these times when celebrities are just kind of maybe a little attention starved, I don't know.
you know, Captain America, even Chris Evans, you're like, he's in real life, he's a super nice guy. He is one of the nicest people you ever meet. Will go out of his way for his fans. Never acts inappropriate in public that I've ever seen, or even in private that I've ever heard. And then for this to pop up, it's like, you know, you remember the movie and you go, that is America's ass, you know, and then now you're seeing America's got the D, you know, that's America.
Wow.
Hey, Cap's D, you know, it's like, and you know, somebody had posted it and somebody had to call him and that, dude, you have a penis on your stream. What? On my Instagram? What? My tweet? What? And once it's
Golly.
there,
So he posted it? Where did
so
he
he
post
posted
it?
a photo reel on Twitter, which has like a bunch of different photos. There's one of like Elizabeth Olsen watering his plants. I don't know. And then in the photo reel, there is a picture of his penis.
There's a oh.
I have not seen it. I have not gone looking for it. For those of
funny.
you who have gone to look for it and found it, keep that to yourself.
Mhm.
I'm good. I don't need to see it. But thank you for those who
Increases
tried to
traffic.
send it. Yeah.
Mighty. You know,
I'm
it's
good.
it's a great way to just, you know, create a little bit of attention, a little bit of scandal, just the right amount.
Well,
Like-
and see, it continues. Right after that, we got the message that Conor McGregor, the UFC fighter, was arrested for indecent exposure.
Come on, guys.
I know COVID has
my
just made
God.
people crazy,
Yeah.
but I had never, ever in my life thought that some girl would like a picture of this. No.
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 I know some really effed up women, and they won't even want that. Nobody
That's
wants
the
that.
bar.
Nobody. And now I'm getting messages. Watch.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Oh no, it's something different. I was like, oh,
Okay,
there's-
phew.
somebody sent me a message, probably going, I saw it, or send me a picture of it.
Yeah, yeah. It's like just in case.
Yeah, you checked that message a little too quickly.
Yeah. What was that about, Tella?
I'm good. I'm
Should
good.
have been a little more cautious opening your
Yeah.
messages.
You're just a little less discreet.
No, but yeah. So that's been the news from the entertainment side. You know, it's just, and then are you starting to see all these old Captain America commercials from when like the movies when his kids goes, remember kids, doing it. You're like, this is the same guy.
I know more of this man.
But we asked a
I
bunch
don't-
of female friends, like, hey, did you hear about this? And then they instantly pull up their phones. Searching.
Oh, it's like, no, I didn't.
So topics. We have topics tonight. What are our topics, Miss
We
Jules?
do. My boyfriend has a topic for us. Eric kindly thought up one. So,
thank you, Eric.
yeah, here we go.
He'll have to come on the
Orcs.
show at some point.
You will. You will.
Just right beside you.
All right. Orcs, are they evil or just misunderstood? Go.
Orcs, are they evil or are they just misunderstood?
Yes.
Okay, can we define what type of orcs? Are we talking World of Warcraft orcs, or are we talking like
Any
D&D?
type of orc, because they're kind of a race, kind of like how elves are a race. They're kind
Yeah.
of, you know,
Yeah, but see,
yeah.
white people are race, but then you have American white people, you have British white people, you have Canadian
You mean
white
like
people.
dark elves and wood elves and like I guess what other what other kind of orcs are there?
What kind of orcs are they? Are they dark orcs, light
'Cause, like-
orcs? Are they
Well,
good
I don't
orcs?
know. Like in games and stuff, you do see dark elves and then regular elves,
Yeah.
but there's always only ever one kind of orc.
I have
don't
never
know.
met an orc I
What
didn't
other kind of
stab, but
orcs
I was
have you
always
seen?
Alliance for the longest time. So for the Alliance.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Dang.
But then
Well,
again,
I think
played
it kind of plays into the like if you're ugly, you must be a bad guy
Yeah.
trope. I don't know.
Yeah, no, like ugliness is a great sign that the person you're about to talk to probably is a little bit sketchy and not on your side. But and all that I think of when I think of orcs is just those scenes in Lord of the Rings where you just kind of like, what was that, an orc factory where you're like pouring stuff
Well, I
into
guess
it.
those are kind of different orcs than like the World of Warcraft orcs.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
That is
WoW
okay. That is
orcs.
a different kind of orc. If you
Okay.
talk
'Cause
in
I play an
Lord of
orc
the
in
Rings.
D&D, and my orc is a
'Cause-
loving orc until you piss him off and he
Yeah.
goes into rage mode. Then he kills everything. He goes in berserker mode. But I love
Yeah.
him. He's such a nice orc.
Yes, yes.
His name is Townley.
Oh, Townley.
Townley.
That's adorable.
That's
That's
very
why it's
upstanding.
fooling you. Go see Townley, and then you see Townley, and he's this brooding orc. What do you want? I'd like some spice. Do I look like a spice man? I eat raw meat.
I eat raw. I eat raw spice. Oh.
So orcs, I think, are greatly misunderstood.
Mhm.
The World of Warcraft movie, like they had that like that human.
I
female
saw
orc,
that.
and she was pretty. I mean, she had those teeth that would just make it impossible to kiss. Cause I'll cut my lip.
Safety hazard. Yep.
You've never had so much pain. You know?
Ooh, it hurts so good.
But no, I mean, thank God orcs aren't real-ish. I hope not. Are they? You know, Bigfoot thingies, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Eric has an interesting point. Now we have to ask the next question, right? So the next question is going to be, night elves, are they just misunderstood, or are they anime related? You know,
Or are they from
because they do. They look like just big cats.
Night elves?
Yeah.
Night elves?
What are
Those
night
guys.
elves?
Oh, that's World of Warcraft. I'm sorry. Elves in general.
Oh, okay.
I mean, because if you look
Yeah.
at like Lord of the Ring, they have elves, but they don't have
Mhm.
orcs, or do they? I mean, technically they
Lord
do.
of the Rings?
They do have orcs, but
Yeah, they have orcs, but not the
Yeah.
green kind. They
Yeah.
have the like gross kind.
Yeah. The
Do they have to be
slimy. Ugh.
Mm. Well, I was thinking the ones from Lord of the Rings are definitely all just evil, I think,
Evil. Flat evil.
and gross. But Eric did play this video game that's very much, I can never remember the name of this game. It's the one where that guy wears the hood and he jumps off of really high buildings.
Assassin's
Assassin's Creed.
Thank you, Assassin's Creed. So there's
Jinx.
a Lord of the
No!
There's a Lord
I
of the
can't
Rings
know you were
version of that game that Eric played for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And you could argue, because in that game you like basically get a bunch of orcs to fight for you.
Oh.
And in that scenario, you could say they are misunderstood, because there are some actually
Well, I
really
mean, you
funny
do
ones,
it-
and there are
you-
some that like
You
pledge their
manipulate
allegiance
them.
to
They're
you.
still bad. They just get manipulated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think some of them in that game were a bit misunderstood because they were kind of funny and sassy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
The
in the
sass is the
movies,
redeeming
they're
factor.
all evil.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
kind
You
of
might.
sassy.
You might get your off-brand orc who is like it's like those scenes where you're watching army folk go off to war, and you got that one nerdy kid amidst all the well-trained soldiers.
Hey, you got a message there, Ryan.
Oh, hi, Jazz! Oh my gosh! We were roommates in college. He's an excellent human being.
So he's
Glad
got
that you're here, Jazz.
excellent stories about you. Fantastic.
No, I remember coming home to our apartment, and it was just like he had this epic gamer setup. I was super jealous of it. But I remember that was when Final Fantasy 15 was just coming out, and that was like an overnight celebration almost. Maybe Chaz can correct me on this, but yeah, Chaz is an excellent human being. I'm grateful that you're here, buddy.
Tell us about Ryan.
Oh, no.
Embarrassing stories, please.
Oh gosh, no. I had such a strange college schedule at that time.
Are you
That
tearing
was-
up?
It was just so weird. I couldn't figure it out. I was late to class. I was in a class full of women. No, that one's actually true. I was the only dude in a gospel aerobics class. And
Gospel aerobics.
yes.
Do you do aerobics whilst reading the gospel, or
I
do
wish.
you do them separately?
Hallelujah.
or
Hallelujah.
It was like
Hallelujah.
hallelujah. It was so think of like
They stretch him out too far. Oh God.
oh Lord.
Let's see.
It-
Ryan
it's
is such
like
a
a-
great guy. So many conversations, gaming's done late into the night. Remember a few times Ryan's hiding under the covers to block out the light while I was still gaming. To to lose tracks. Oh, one time and not let sunlight disturb him in the gaming.
Oh gosh.
He lives
Yes.
in Phoenix now. There's like he can't hide from the sun there.
I live under the reign of the sun, and there's just nothing I can do to push back its tyranny.
so
But
you
no.
hid under the covers to play Parappa the Rapper.
I wish I didn't have sophisticated
That
emulation technology.
reminds me. You owe us a rap, sir.
No, but Chaz is here.
All the better.
All the better. Oh gosh, I wanted to play it this week, but I couldn't. But no, one of these days, maybe we'll make it like an incentive of some sort.
We'll have to play it. We'll have to make you make a video of it, and then we'll play it. So
Sure. I'll dress up and I'll do the musics and I'll do the voices.
There we go.
and make yourself flat like a 2D.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
flatten myself.
you must be 2D. Lots of Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
Grinding, I remember. Trying to beat Kingdom Hearts 2.8 and not being able to beat a boss.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I was struggling with it might have been Birth by Sleep. I was playing I was really, really dedicated to getting caught up before Kingdom Hearts 3 was a thing. And I just Ventus or Vanitas. I don't know his name. I just know I hate him. And because he's just ridiculously OP.
Did you ever beat this boss?
I did, yeah. I eventually beat that one. Now there's one more that I still can't beat, but Kingdom Hearts 3 is out. I've already played it a few times, and I've got my Kingdom Hearts fix now. But Dream Drop Distance, the last boss for Riku, I just cannot, because you have to. It's one of those bosses that's locked
Hey,
behind.
thanks for the
Oh,
subscription.
Yay,
Yeah.
new
Thank you, Chaz.
subscriber! That's
Grateful
a cool
for you, buddy.
animation.
I
Thank
hope you and yours are doing well. Riku's boss is like hidden behind two other bosses, and
Oh,
so
yeah,
every time you
that's our new overlay. You like that? But pretty nice and green.
yeah.
Sorry,
Love it.
forgot I was gonna tell you guys about that. I updated those.
What?
Thank you. They're really nice.
Very much so.
If somebody
No,
goes to
yes.
our website and donates on the Streamlabs on our 1UpDS, so it does another one too. So yeah,
Aw. Yay. Oh my gosh.
I just hope it actually works because I want to get the Ryan. I'm trying to get the Ryan working.
the
Oh,
glitchy.
yeah, people need to see that.
Okay. You can see a broken Ryan.
Bye guys. Bobcat
Uh,
Zolger, Goldstein. over here. I'm like really great.
Just maybe you want to get Josh Groban CD? I don't even know who this dude is, but I've heard people make fun of him.
Police
what kind
Academy.
of-
Come on.
That's not his real Bobcat Goldthwait
Goldstein.
is his name? Goldstein.
Or
Okay.
something like that. Bobcat Goldstein. Yeah, that's his real name. And he played in he was a comedian, and then he got really popular in Police Academy. He played a villain in the second one, and then the third one he's called Back to Training. He became a cop, and he just yells at things and trees fall over.
Yells at thing and tree fall over.
The last one, he fell in love. He's he had a Mickey Mouse watch. The guy away, goes, Mickey's dead. He killed Mickey. And his voice just pitches all over the place. But it's so funny to watch him because he's so
Oh,
talented.
gosh. This sounds like an important piece of cultural history.
It is for old folks like me and you youngins over there.
It sounds like we have very different senses of humor based on the things that Ryan and I watch, the dark comedy.
Yeah.
Your comedy
It's
that you're
old. It's old
describing.
school slapstick. Like I love dark comedy, but old school slapstick comedy, things that you could watch that you just have no political bounds. There's no real world to it. It's completely made up. It's like old, like I Love Lucy kind of slapstick comedy, stupid that you just you used to laugh at. If you don't know what I Love Lucy is, we really need to have like a cultural show where we're just going to play all the old stuff and be like, welcome to I Love Lucy. This is called Friends. It's really popular in the early 2000s. It's about two guys that were straight that lived together with two girls who were straight that lived together and one very awkward brother / lover to everybody. And then they just swapped houses over and over.
Yes. There's a lot of moving around in Friends.
The two apartments. That's really about it.
Yeah.
And Ross's apartment.
Yeah,
Yes.
but you remember he had like 4 apartments in that series. He finally got
true.
one across the street. That's when he got to say, "Get off my sister," and you know that.
Yes. Oh gosh, that Ross is such a mood. Like, it's hard to.
I got annoyed
hard
with
to-
him.
You did.
Hi guys.
Oh god.
You gonna spit up over there?
You can't do that while I'm drinking. Yes, yeah, he's very mopey. But
He has a few good lines sometimes.
he does.
He has his moments.
Pivot is just genius.
Pivot was the
Pivot.
2020 word of the year, by the way. But this is my favorite.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love that.
I never got
I
into
pulled
things
that
like
out.
Seinfeld. I couldn't that show or The Office, right? The Office, I just couldn't get past. My brother's
love
like,
The
once you get past the first season, the rest is great. The first season's a little
Yes.
like rough.
It is. The first season's also the shortest. I'm actually watching the Office Ladies podcast, listening to the
Oh.
Office Ladies podcast on my way to work every day.
Nice.
It's Jenna Fisher
Nice.
and oh my gosh, Angela Kinsey. Got
Yes.
it. Angela Kinsey, and they're recapping every single episode.
Wow.
Every single one. They started, on the first one, and they're giving like behind the scenes info and just recapping like all the interesting tidbits.
Is it a video
from every single
podcast or like an
episode.
audio
Super interesting.
podcast only?
I think it's audio only because they say every time they want to reference an image, they say they'll put it up on their website. So I think it's audio only.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I'll
it's
check
so
it out.
good, and and they call in like some of the other actors. The one I've heard Rainn Wilson call in. They also called in like a prop guy once to talk about like the episode where Dwight has to get in a box. They call the prop master to discuss like how did that work? Where did you get the box? Who was in the box for most of it? And it was actually the prop guy had to be in the box for most of the shots.
I want to know how they did the
Oh.
Jello staplers and stuff. I want that one.
Yeah.
How did you get the Jello? How'd you get the stapler not to sink to the bottom of the Jello? Because I've tried it and it sinks.
Golly.
That's a good point.
I really
would-
want to do that one.
Fascinating. The Office is.
Maybe
I go
you
back and
have
forth on
to
that.
set part of the Jello, put the stapler, and then do the rest of the Jello. Maybe.
Oh, do like a layered bit.
I
Yeah.
didn't even think of that.
Maybe.
I was
Oh.
thinking like, did they have like a rig up that had a little string that just held it and they cut the string so there's always a little string there?
Oh,
little
yeah,
fishing line in there.
fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and super fancy. But they talk a lot about like what was improvised and what was scripted and who wrote what because a lot of the writers were also actors. There's a lot of really interesting tidbits about the show. And they improved a lot of it.
Oh
Well,
yes.
I just cannot get past the first season. I tried because I hate starting like everybody's like, well, just start with season 2. No, I really hate doing that with. Hey Eric, I really hate doing that with shows. So I gotta power through the first season to actually watch it because my brother swears by it. It's a great show.
You don't necessarily have to watch it in order. If you want to see, the Jim Pam love story unfold, you can watch it in order. But otherwise, you could each episode's
He's
kind of a
creeper,
standalone.
isn't he? In the first
Michael Scott.
Michael, the guy
Boss.
that plays Michael, yeah, he's kind of a creeper. But I'm talking like the whole Jan whatever love story they have going, where he's she's got a boyfriend and shipping or whatever. He's kind of a creeper. He's like, hey. And he like gets up on the desk. Just wanted to, you want to go get drinks, or you want to mess with Dwight? Like they used Dwight as a torture piece to get together. Like,
Yeah. You've
Am I
never
wrong?
bonded over torture?
well, I mean, they're like, where they had, what was the episode where they had the office was split, right? And there was like Dwight
The
and him-
Alliance.
the alliance thing, right?
That's the one with the box.
Yeah, I
I
know.
did listen to the podcast on that one.
Like that one was funny. But after that, it just was like, and then they were trying to do the racial one where they're saying all like black, Jewish on the forehead.
That's the pilot.
That-
No, it's the second one. That's Diversity Day. That's episode 2. So
I
the
could not
first,
get
the very
behind
first, the
Diversity
pilot
Day one.
episode is a remake of the British version, and then all the other ones are originals.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Every time they tried to bring stuff over from the British, it doesn't always work. I mean, so one of my
But they
favorite
met
shows,
with Ricky Gervais. It was really interesting.
Yeah.
I highly recommend this podcast. It's called Office Ladies.
Office
Listen
Ladies.
to our podcast first, and then
Well, they won't know about it till they listen to our podcast. How good Office Ladies is.
There we go. There we go. It's really good. So they met with Ricky Gervais, and he gave them 2 tips that were really interesting. So he said, basically in England, you can be really terrible at your job for a really long time and just not get fired. And that's just like a norm, apparently.
Wow.
But he said in the States, if someone's really terrible at their job for a long time, people are going to get really annoyed that this person isn't being fired. So you need to, as annoying and kind of awkward as Michael is, you should show him actually being good at his job. So there are a lot of scenes where Michael shows that he's actually really good at sales, and kind of show how he ended up being the regional manager. Even with all of his antics and everything, at the end of the day, he is actually really good at sales. And then the other thing they said is that Pam and Jim is actually going to be the like lifeblood of the show. That's going to be the thing that makes it last basically 9 seasons.
Did it go 9
Since that-
seasons?
Story. It went 9
Oh my
seasons.
goodness!
They were given, so they did 6. I think there's like 6 episodes in the first season, they did the pilot, and then there was a 6-month gap before they actually got picked up by the network, and then they're like, okay, finish this season. And then they got picked up for season 2, but they were only offered 6 episodes, and in normal seasons, like 22 episodes. So they were like, oh, not high hopes then.
Yeah.
And they constantly thought they were going to get canceled, but then they kept ordering more episodes as the season started airing, and then they eventually got their full, like,
So they
22.
were literally not able to record like off season. They had to play catch up. They had they only had like 6 weeks to get another episode completely done.
Yeah, well, the writers would bulk write a lot, though.
Yeah.
So they were not always totally behind.
Gotcha.
No, I mean the whole
Yeah.
shooting and stuff like that. But I guess
Oh,
if you just
yeah.
have an office and a camera guy, that I mean,
It was not
it's
fancy.
a camera
and they all
guy doing
play
a
the
camera
background
thing,
for
so it
each
has that
other,
Seinfeld
and-
mentality
yeah.
to it.
Yeah, they just have 2 cameras because they have the main camera, and then they have the B-roll because it's documentary style to like
Yeah.
capture side stuff. Yeah,
Oh my
super
gosh.
interesting to
Yeah.
hear the behind-the-scenes stuff.
I'm trying.
It's
I'm so trying to get there. But with a lot
can
of stuff
do
that
it.
came over from the British side. So there's an old series that I love called
Mm.
Red Dwarf. Right. You may or may not ever heard of it. It's an old '80s sitcom. They actually are still doing it now. Like they a couple episodes they stop, a couple episodes they stop. British comedy, space, Lost in Space. Red Dwarf is a mining ship. The main guy Lister was put in stasis. Everybody's dead. 3 million years later. It's just stupid funny. It's fun.
Nice.
British comedy. They tried to redo an American version, and it was such crap. Holy cow. So bad. I mean, I'm from Brooklyn, and it was just really, really bad. And so everything they brought over, there's only been 2 that ever worked, I guess. Office will be one of them. And the other one was
Yeah.
Whose Line Is It Anyways? That's from the
Oh,
British side.
yes.
Like
That was
that.
British first?
That was
Oh,
British
I didn't know
first.
that. I love Whose Line Is It Anyway?
It was
That's
brought
so
over,
good.
and that's when Drew Carey took into it, and then.
Mhm.
But see what Ryan Stiles and
Colin.
Colin Mockery, thank you. Both of those were from the original, and they had a lot of the original guests. Wayne Brady was the new addition, became permanent, and they always kept that one
I
spot
love
open.
him.
Yeah, well, he's
Mhm.
talented to boot, and they just rotated like Jeff Sykes and all them throughout the show, and now they're still on. They're back on again. They just had another episode air. Was it 2 weeks ago? So they're still going.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Colin Mockery
That's
and Ryan Stiles
hilarious.
are like
The
heroes of mine in the
original's
improv
so
world.
funny.
They're my heroes.
No.
Yes, they are so. Colin and Ryan are just a match made in heaven. They are. I love it when Drew would just say like, "Here's a box of stuff, sell us something," and then they can just go. Like,
Do you have
they're
erectile dysfunction? Well, let me tell you about this. This is the poor man's penis condom. Okay, and then they throw it away. You know,
yes.
pull out
It
a
would-
plunger and like work out a pimple. You know.
Yeah, and then there'd always be that one prop where Ryan would pull it out and just slam it on the table and go, "I don't know either."
Is that your Bible for school?
No, this is my Greek New Testament.
Gotcha. You never told us what gospel aerobics is.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
you
yes.
did, didn't you?
Yeah. So, gospel aerobics was the class itself was basically 50 minutes of high intensity interval training set against really upbeat music, most of which was gospel. So,
So it's actually aerobics class.
it is actually an aerobics class.
Okay.
And I was the only dude in this class. It was co-ed,
Love
I
it.
promise.
I love it.
But it was probably it was one of those 7:30 in the morning classes. So
But do you
I
get
was
college credit for that? For
Mhm.
just working out? How do you
Yeah.
get college credit for that?
Right?
it was we had to do like 4 PE classes. And
Climb
They
this
were
rope.
College PE? Is that a thing?
college PE is a thing, yeah. At
What?
least at this university.
Because I have a story kind of like that, but at least it makes sense. Because I studied kinesiology in undergraduate school.
Yeah.
And I thought I had signed up for a course that was called analysis of, what was it? Performance. I thought it was called performance analysis of dance and gymnastics.
Ooh.
It was actually called performance and analysis of dance and gymnastics, which is very different. I thought we were simply analyzing the performance.
No, you had to do it.
You actually had to perform and
Whoa.
analyze.
Yes.
So you had to do a
And
gymnastic
we had a
routine.
dance unit and a gymnastics unit. You had to be able to hold a handstand for at least a minute, either 30 seconds without any wall support or 1 minute with wall support to pass the class.
Oh.
And
did
you
you
had
pass?
to be able to do certain like bar moves to pass, and we had to teach each other like different dances. It was intense. And we also had to learn dances. We did a whole gymnasium. We learned a dance to Zombie, the Cranberry song,
Oh,
and it
nice.
spanned a whole gymnasium. We would start at one end and dance our way to the other end, basically.
Wow.
It was intense. You like got
Yeah.
shot in the song. It was really intense.
That's insane. That'll wind you. That will wind you. Was this like a 50-minute class, like an hour-long class, hour and a half?
At least one zombie song.
Yeah, probably was at least an hour. But we also had to like write papers and do analysis and come up with like a project to teach dance. Like what were the projects in your aerobics class? How were you graded
We
on your max heart rate?
she'd go around and just take her pulse
On your Zen level.
on your Zen level. Oh
How
gosh.
do you get a grade for that class?
A protractor
gosh.
and how far you can stretch.
Oh my gosh. I kind of wish it was that because I did not know some things counted as stretches. Like we did the whole thing where we would try to take our like lay flat on the ground, take our feet, put them all the way over our head so our toes were touching the floor behind us.
My stretch.
That was fun. I feel kind of badass after that. Not gonna lie. But that was we were graded basically through a reflection paper that we had to do. It had to be a page, and my school was super big on integration, so we were encouraged to pull from different disciplines and different parts of life. And this, I think, our prompt for this one-page reflection paper was, what is one aspect that this class has taught you about your spiritual life? And very general, very broad, but I remember I wrote something about the core, that you need a
Like-
good core.
Or muscles?
Yeah, your core muscles. Like And it had to do with like sometimes when your core's not doing too hot, like your other muscles will start to compensate and try to make up for what
That's
core
so
can't do.
true. As a physical therapist, I can attest to that.
Yeah, yeah. And I was like, and then you pull the Christian turn and you're like, kind of similar true with Jesus. Like if your relationship with Jesus ain't
Okay.
not too hot,
That's
you
a
can
good paper.
yeah.
I can stand by that. Okay.
Yeah, and she would. I also just loved that I had this instructor again for stretch and strength, and then maybe one other class. She was awesome. I loved her, but she would also like preach at us as we're doing our stuff. So as if the gospel music wasn't enough preaching at us, I loved just how fiery she got, and that was probably.
I like how you're closing your eyes because you're remembering it.
Yeah,
It's like you're reliving it.
I can see it, I can smell it, and I can taste it, and I'm just kind of shocked that it was that impressive of an experience for me. I kind of miss it. I'm not gonna lie.
So, guys, we're going to take a short intermission here because we have a video from Matt from China that we're going to air here for everybody to see. It's his introduction to us, and then hopefully every week he'll be sending us videos of his adventures in China. Maybe we'll get like, this is my restaurant, here's what we do, and maybe adventures and a little bit of world. So this is Coast to Coast. Here is Matt. We'll be right back.
Hey, everybody. Greetings from China. I am Matt. Hello, Toa, Julia, and Ryan. Sorry I can't be there face to face, but you know, who can be there face to face or even camera to camera? But Toa has asked me to record a little video for you, and here I am. All right. It is a beautiful day here in Northeast China, and now I am walking to the gym, and I just want to tell you all a little bit about myself. I've been living in China for about 10 years. I'm sorry, is this thing giving you motion sickness? If it is, sorry, but I've been living in China for about 10 years. Don't ask me to speak Chinese because it's embarrassingly bad. I can survive, that's about it. Let's see, what more about me? When I hear the word berserk or berserker, my brain instantly goes to Clerks. Did he just say making fuck? It is absolutely impossible for me to hear the word Samsonite without immediately thinking, I was way off. And also, if I hear Eddie Money's working for the weekend, it is absolutely impossible not to visualize Patrick Swayze and Chris Farley. It's impossible. And if you say otherwise, you're a liar. So this is my first time I've ever walked around with my phone on a selfie stick, recording myself. Sorry, I'm crossing the street, trying not to get hit. Pedestrians do not have the right of way. They'll honk at you. That's about it. So this is my first time ever really using a selfie stick, trying to film myself with a camera. I'm usually the guy making fun of the people doing that. But this time I thought I'd give it a whirl. So here we go, having a walk down a busy street here, trying not to die. Having a great conversation. And, yeah, there we go. Almost got taken out. Gotta keep your head on a swivel. But to be completely honest with you, life here isn't that difficult or even that different. I mean, there are some differences, of course. Here's one of my favorite barbecue restaurants. Oh, yeah. It's really good. They just bring you out chunks of raw meat and a box of fire, and you just cook it at your table. It's fucking good. Anyway, pardon my language. But life here isn't too difficult. It's actually quite easy, and there are quite a few similarities between China and America that might just surprise you. I won't get into them now, but maybe at a later date. You know, as far as the virus goes, it's pretty much back to normal here. The people actually listened to their leadership, and they took directions well, and all is good. Everyone's still wearing masks. There are still precautionary measures when going into big crowded places and stuff like that, but they have an app with a green QR code that you need to scan and make sure that you're on the up and up and strong like bull. But other than that, man, it's all good. For a very long time, they were looking at foreigners as if we were the bringers of death, because of all the Western countries have become much, much worse than China is now. So they see a white person and they think, or just a foreigner in general, and they just think, oh shit, he's got it. He's got that virus. But that has subsided, thankfully. I've literally had people run away from me. They see me coming down the street and they sprint away. It's hilarious and sad simultaneously. There's a lot of new emotions being discovered. The city in which I live is called Jinzhou, and it's in the northeast. And it's, for Chinese standards, it's quite small. It's 3 million people, which is, double the population of West Virginia, where I'm from originally. So it's small but big at the same time. But I really dig it. I'm not a big fan of overly crowded places like Beijing or Shanghai. That place gives me the creeps. Too many people, dude. It's too big. But this place is populated, but it still has that small town feel, and I love it. But yeah, I'll keep this short and sweet relatively. But thanks for having me on. I hope this can be a wave of the future, and y'all have a great convo, and I'll see you next time.
Aww.
Woo!
Mm-hmm. Please. Yeah. It's oh my gosh. New emotions. I'm getting some new emotions too. Like ooh.
I realized this entire time I was talking, my microphone was muted on the stream.
No.
Yeah.
Are
so,
you serious?
So this entire time I'm talking, I'm going. Yeah. No,
Oh
not
my
the entire time of the
God.
show. Just when we came back, it did not unmute. Like my board, you guys could hear me, but the
Oh my
audience
God,
couldn't
I
hear
thought
me.
you meant the whole
Oh.
show.
No, God.
Oh my God. Oh
When we
my
came
God.
back, it
Start
did not-
over.
Well, then I'll
Okay,
just say
you know
what I say. Matt, thank you again
See ya.
for the video. For those who did hear me, he was one of the finalists, a part of the search we did for Coast to Coast when Julie and Ryan came on. We selected him, and he was in the running for it. We hope that he'll be a guest on our show in the near future, and we also hope he continues to do the videos every single week and just kind of gives
Every
us a
single
little
week.
runaround of what he's like in his area. Boy from Virginia being in north side of China. I'm sure we can go to all kinds of cool shops and he can show us cool stuff and introduce us to some people and just
that'd
make
be
some a lot of fun with it. So hopefully, Matt, thank you. Keep sending us the videos. I kind of like that too. So I kind of hope that in the future, as we go along, other people will send us little clips, 1 minute, 2 minute clips. That,
Yes.
hey, we're here in Alaska. And this is what we're doing for COVID, or this is what we're doing to entertain ourselves during this. That'd be really cool. So if you got friends
That's
out there,
super
send them our way.
cool.
Local videos. We'd be happy to play them. Keep them
Yes.
clean, otherwise they won't make air.
Chaz, I'm looking at you. Just you.
I have to get some of my Aussie friends to send in
That'd
some
be
videos.
great. Yeah.
Yeah. Coast to coast. More like globe.
Continent to
If you,
continent.
if you were gonna say globe to globe, sir,
Yeah.
I need you to go back to that college and
He's
demand you get a
confirming
better
he's from
education.
another planet.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Zip,
the whole
zap,
point
zorp.
of coast to coast is
Not.
it doesn't mean it has to be land bound. It could be American coast
Yeah.
to Australia coast to Chinese coast
Mm-hmm.
To the Milky Way, to the not Milky Way.
to galaxy to
Back
galaxy.
to your spaceship, Ryan.
My people need me.
Check out our new show, Globe to Globe, and our upcoming episode of Galaxy to Galaxy, where we will have Captain Jean-Luc Picard tell us what it's like to have sex with other aliens. You know? Or wait, that was probably Riker that did that.
It's cold.
Inner geek coming out, guys.
Oh golly. Ooh woo.
So we got enough time to do one more quick topic, and then we're going to call it here. We're going to try to keep it as close to an hour as we can. And so, Ms. Jules, your next topic, please. We just need a wheel. We need a little spinning wheel of topics. That's what we need to do.
Oh yeah, wheel up
Little
topic.
wheel. Okay. Then just another quick one. Just what's everyone's favorite board game?
I'm kind of torn because I grew up with the game Trouble. I mean, I grew up with all the board games like Candyland and all them, but I loved it when I was a kid. I loved Trouble, but now I love Monopoly because my kids play it and they are ruthless.
Oh man, like classic Monopoly, or do you have a themed one?
Oh, we have them all.
Ooh,
Like that's
shoot.
if we collect some, it was because they came out with the Pokemon one. Of course, we got to get it. Then they came out with the Pokemon Deluxe. Of course, Jurassic Park. All right, I'm T-Rex. We even got the one where it's all about cheating. You have to cheat.
I think I have heard of that one.
You have to cheat to win the game, and it's kind of hard because as a parent, I know when my kids are lying. And
That's really funny.
I really don't want to teach them how to be a good liar, so we don't play that one
It's
too
good
often.
for kids though, because they have to do math, and then they learn about like interest and insurance.
They learn how to barter.
Adult things.
I'll give you $7 next time around for a free pass this time. And I'm thinking, man, that is a pie. You know, I'll give you money to next Tuesday for a burger today, kind of a thing.
Yes. Do you do house rules?
So our rules are simple. You land on go, you get double the money. We have free parking, which all the tax money goes into the middle. So if you land on that tax or you have to pay, it doesn't go to the bank.
I like
it goes
that
to the middle.
rule.
And then
I like that.
the go to jail, you either pay 50 or roll 3 doubles, right? Which usually is just easier to pay 50. But you can't earn any money while you're in jail.
Oh, shoot.
So that's like what we do. And a lot of people are like,
Oh
why?
yeah.
Because I was like, I would just go to jail every time and sit there and not go anywhere. And I didn't roll a double. Guess what? Oh, you owe me $3,000 for letting on Park Place. You know?
Yeah.
That's so true.
I'm safe in jail.
That is a good
Yeah.
strategy.
And
Dang.
I
that
always
for
get the blues, the
friends again.
greens, and the yellows, and all the railroad tracks. And if I can get those, I win the game. Because you can't. I mean, you're fine. But I used to do the opposite. I used to get all the low level ones and build them up real fast. You know, but all the money I'd make on everybody going by and landing on my hotel on like Oriental Trail or something, they go around, and one time on Park Place or Boardwalk, I'm broke. So $3,000.
Yeah.
What if I did? What if I decide to sleep in my car?
The classic. That's how they get you.
What about yours, Ryan?
Oh gosh, it's hard. I think I can never remember the name of it, but one of my buddies from college, Jazz and I knew a guy who loved board games, collected them, and he had this card-based game. I just remember it was Marvel themed. You select a deck and you work with it to and you're trying to fight this villain in a certain amount of turns, and you're trying to recruit people. That's literally all I remember about the game. It was so
You
fun
playing with people or by yourself?
with people.
So it's like cooperative.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
a cooperative card strategy-ish thing.
Sounds kind of fun.
That is
It was
actually
fun.
kind of fun. It sounds like
Yeah.
Strike Force, the game for like on the phones or something, but it also sounds like Yu-Gi-Oh in a sense.
Yeah. It kind of feels like you're combining different.
Go, Captain America penis. You know,
You just activated my D card.
I choose you. Pikachu,
I
no, Pika.
No. Is that, and then there's I have a special place in my heart for those board games that try to sync up like the board game and then a DVD that you got to work with.
Oh, God, I haven't seen one of
Oh,
those
yeah.
in forever.
Yeah. So there's some versions of like Trivial Pursuit. Like there's a Seinfeld Trivial Pursuit
are
where you got to watch
fun.
clips.
Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah, or there's a Disney one of those, I think. So fun.
I do like those.
All right, Jules, what about yours? What's your favorite?
Well, you guys are sitting on my favorite board game. Actually, it's under my laptop to like help
Oh.
prop it up. But it's
I'm like,
called
I'm
Zombie
sitting-
Side.
You like to play the game chair.
Because it's a giant box. It's called Zombie Side, Black
Zombie
Plague
Side.
Edition specifically. and it's a cooperative game where you each have a character, or there's 6, depends how many people you're playing with, and you are trying to defeat the zombie plague. And the base game comes with 10 quests, and each quest is different. So sometimes you're trying to just escape the board, and you start at one end, you have to try and like escape at the other end. Sometimes you're trying to find different like objectives on the board to find like the laboratory where things are happening. And there's like kind of the story that unfolds as you go through the different quests. And it can like very easily snowball out of control with like how the zombies keep spawning. So basically everyone gets their turn and then the zombies get a turn, and then it keeps going around like that.
Oh shucks.
And there's the oh yay, someone else like Zombicide. Yay, it is an amazing game.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, the
I'm
zombies
actually
move
looking
very
at the game right
predictably,
now.
but it's
They have-
easy for them
Now, do you
to
have
start to
Invader
overwhelm
or
you.
Dark Side?
I have Black Plague.
I don't see that one on their website. Oh wait, hang on. No, that's not it.
Yeah, so there's a couple like modern day theme ones. Obviously, Black Plague's kind of more medieval-ish themed, and the time's the Black Plague. So there's like
oh,
one
yeah,
of the
there it
characters is a
Okay.
nun with 2
Oh, dude,
daggers,
that's awesome.
and then there's your classic giant like tanky sword guy. There's a little dwarf with a hammer. There's an elf with a giant sword, an elf with a bow, and then there's our wizard guy.
That actually
But
looks
it's
kinda
fun
cool.
because anyone can wield anything. So even though there's technically a wizard character, anyone can cast a spell. But he's just, if you buff him, he's better at spells than someone else who, if you buff them up, they'll get better at like wielding a hammer or something like
So
that.
yeah, that looks like they have the
Painting all the figures. Yes, I've painted. So yeah,
Yeah.
all the figurines come just like gray. So I've painted all of the main characters and then the main bad guys, and then I've started on the zombies. There's a lot of characters to paint. I've painted
Yeah, I was
maybe
looking at them right now.
half
So
of the
Invaders
zombies.
and Dark Side looks kind of like futuristic heavy gunners with a little bit. The one you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's definitely the rustic. I like that. It looks cool. And then they have like I guess a present day one, you know, with
Yeah,
bows
there's
and arrows and
those
AKs.
are the latest ones I think are present day. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I like the old one. I just like the vibe. And then it's easier too when you're like painting the figurines to just like make them all dirty basically. Because you have to do like a wash to make them look like 3D. You do like there's painting techniques to painting the little minis. And
Oh.
usually you do a wash and then it like settles in the little crevices and it makes it just like look cooler. So it's easier because it's Black Plague and everyone's just dirty to just do like a dark brown wash and be done with it.
So whoever ET is and
then-
Josh Garber, Garber.
Josh Garber, Josh! I can't read the blue on the black. I'm sorry, but thank you for
I
watching,
changed the color. I
Josh.
don't know why it's doing
Josh
blue
is
and
my
black.
pen pal.
Oh, fantastic!
Pen pals.
Yeah, he's my friend from undergrad, and we're pen pals now, and it's super fun.
Aw.
We have like the wax seals and everything. He even did like secret ink on the last letter, and I had to like hold it over the stove and try not to burn it while trying to reveal the secret messages.
Oh, that's so cool. Those are, oh gosh,
Yeah.
those are so fun. Those little like invisible ink or secret like
hmm
makes you feel like you're doing like your own little national treasure sort of deal. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
it was
it's the Declaration of
super
Independence.
I'm trying to figure out why I can't give.
I think one of the first comments I saw was green, but then they've gone back to blue, and
Yeah, they went back to blue for
see
some
it
reason.
on
So
black.
let me see if that
You got to
fixes
say it.
He says hello.
Yeah, I was introduced. Yay! Hey, Josh. I was introduced to Zombicide in Australia, and we played some other games similarly where it's cooperative and you're playing like against the game. I played a Star Wars one that was really fun.
Ooh,
But Zombicide was my favorite.
Zombicide. Okay. I need to build a catalog of these games. They sound so
yeah, I
fun.
might need to as well.
These
There, can you read that better?
Yes, I can read that.
Okay.
hey.
All right. So hopefully that works.
Yeah,
for
it's nice to see who's.
So Josh is
leading
your
the
pen
com-
pal. Where's he from?
Vancouver, but he's originally from Seattle.
Hmm. Is it
It's
like,
like
war?
Warhammer. I've never played Warhammer. Actually, this might be a question for Eric, who has played Warhammer, unless either of you guys have played Warhammer.
I played some. I mean, Eric may know better because I don't play a whole lot. But yeah, it is a lot like Warhammer and the same game style from what I'm reading. And the figurines are similar to it, you know, painting and stuff like that. It looks like they're coming
Oh,
out
ET
with the
says it's not like Warhammer. Thank you, ET.
ET. Isn't that Eric?
No, he BEN.
Ooh.
Unless he used his middle name. Wait, Eric, is that you?
Because he
Okay,
said
not him.
no. Because somebody
His
said
middle
zombie side
name
before
is
you did, and I was like, what?
Wait, is it you, Eric? It's Eric.
Oh.
Thanks for the watch, Eric. I
His middle
appreciate it.
name starts with
Yes.
a T. Okay. And they've actually met each other because Josh came to visit last year, and so him and Eric have met.
I'm sorry, I missed
Oh.
earlier. Where was Josh from again?
He's living in Vancouver, but he's originally from
Vancouver.
Seattle.
That's right.
Like somewhere near Seattle.
I was like, I knew Vancouver and Seattle, but I was like, wait, hold on, was he in one? I
Yeah,
blanked because I
so
was
we met-
reading.
Yeah, we met in undergrad in Vancouver, and then he's been there ever since.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the show there, Josh. Make sure you hit that like and follow because this is Jules' show. We are all here for Jewel.
Yep.
Yeah, so subscribe because there's a cute little like animation that comes up.
Subscribe for the animation.
Subscribe.
I just want to see the animation.
We work so hard here for
And then if
things.
someone could donate like 50 cents so we can see Ryan's little meme.
Oh.
No, I don't think we have the time. We're already 11 minutes past the hour,
Okay, we
Oh.
gotta go.
Yeah.
but I feel like a news day. We're 11 past the hour here on KRLEY.
You gotta
Traffic.
start playing the music to
Can-
like make us
Yeah,
stop
right.
talking.
Yep. The
Let's
Jaws
go.
theme.
Let's go to our traffic chopper. How's it like? It's choppy up here.
Thanks for subscribing. Josh said he subscribed and there was no animation.
Well, it hadn't come through on this side yet because
Oh.
it doesn't show it on my screen yet.
Oh.
Where's
We need
he?
to see. We need to witness this.
Maybe he broke.
No.
Don't blame my friend Josh.
No, I'll give it a minute here because it hasn't come through on our side because it shows me on my mini feed and I'm not seeing it yet. So
Okay.
sometimes it like I said, I've been rebuilding the coding for it, so it's kind of a pain in the butt.
Mhm. Yes. Yes.
Technology.
Like Ryan's friends more than my friends.
Do
I
it.
get it.
Wait, what?
No. No.
The
It doesn't-
animation played for Ryan's friend when he's
I'm sorry.
Talking about YouTube's like the little red button. Cause I hit that.
yeah.
Cause I hit that.
I do like how the feed is going over a logo back to. That's kind of cool, though. I'm glad that's working
Yeah.
that way.
I like this better. I can read it really well.
I thought I had fixed that. I'm sorry. I'll make the
Mm.
text a little bit bigger next time too. I thought that's about a good size, though, right? We can read that, okay?
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. Maybe next episode we can play a little thank you reel because I know in the first episode a lot of people subscribed and there was no animation. So maybe just for my benefit, we can play a reel.
Just that animation on loop, just for Jules.
Yeah.
I will figure out what's going on. I don't know. I have a lot of components running in the background on this, so it's possible that it's one of those like it works and it goes, I'm broken.
It's clogged.
Code has a way of doing that.
We'll see, because it usually tells me on my mini feed, like if I repeat the alert, like there's the alert from the one we had earlier. I hit the repeat. That's the feed. It should. It should have shown.
That's a cool animation.
Yeah, it should have
did it-
shown
did
his,
it?
but it hasn't come through our feed yet. So I'm wondering.
Does it fart? Was that a fart that I just heard?
I don't think it was it may have been. I don't remember what audio file I had to
Your
it.
Computer setting.
No.
It's-
No, it made a roof. It went roof.
Oh yeah, I've had farts like that. Those aren't fun.
Wow, denying me the animation. I'm not denying you the animation. I promise.
We're sorry, Josh.
It's not.
I will draw you something. I will draw you.
My friend from last time texted me. My mom just started following. Thanks, Mom.
Hang on.
How come my mom can follow and my
Well, because she followed 6 days ago, I'm trying to get it to get
Oh,
to
that was
refresh
from the
for
last
him.
episode.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
trying to refresh it for him.
Oh, are they all gonna come through now?
I don't know if they're all going to come. All of them are going to come through, but They're gonna start coming through one by one.
Josh says hi.
Oh, that's a.
Yeah, this is from last episode because Luis said he also messaged me and said he subscribed and nothing popped up.
But there, he got his.
Well, thank you, Luis, for subscribing. Shout out to Luis, my board game friend, who he has another game he introduced me to, which is also very like zombie side, but it's easier to come across. It's called, I think it was called Haunted Mansion or Haunting
at Hill House?
Not called Haunted House, I don't think. I think it's Haunted Mansion. But it's very much like kind of like zombie side, but easier to get your hands on.
I like it. He wrote it on a napkin.
What did he?
Thank you for subscribing, Josh.
Thank you, Josh, Louise, and Mom.
And Mom.
Oh man.
I'll have paper next time. I'll doodle for you if you subscribe.
No,
and
what we'll all have is we'll all have thank yous, but I just don't know why it's not.
Well, this is my favorite part of the whole podcast thing is having the comments and being able to interact with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they'll all show up next Sunday.
Yeah. Same
Excellent.
time, same place.
Same channel.
Same channel.
Same people.
We could. I mean, we're streaming on YouTube, and then we got requests if we could do an episode on Facebook. So make sure you guys like our Facebook as well.
Request for Twitch.
Yeah.
We do have a request for Twitch as well. I think Twitch we're gonna do when we do like Jackbox Game Night. I think that's when we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll do Jackbox Game Night on there, and then no, Josh, thank you for coming by. Don't worry about being late.
Yeah,
man.
thank you so much for tuning in, Josh.
What I'm
Yes.
actually more excited about is the delay time I've been trying to figure out, because right now the delay time, the last one was like almost 15 seconds. Now it's only 5 seconds, and I'm trying to get it down to real time. But yeah, you're watching
dang.
the U.S. Open Finals. Ah, that's the thing. Totally forgot about that.
I think also maybe we can send out. Well, I would want to share the link a little sooner on my Facebook just to remind people.
Same channel, so you just gotta
Yeah.
share out the channel.
Okay. I'll
Yeah.
use the same link then.
It'll
Okay.
be the same, probably the same link every time, but just
Okay.
just the YouTube channel. But
I'm just lazy and it's easier to hit the share button.
I will have
But no, I
more.
can use
I will
this-
have more.
I can
like-
use the same link.
We'll have more stuff up and ready to go if we do it on Facebook next time. So check out our Facebook, One Up Definitive Studios is at our Facebook, or you can go to our website, oneupds.com, OneUpDS, and then you can find our social medias and our channels there. And we'll start with Ryan to say his goodbyes. Go ahead, Ryan.
Oh my gosh! Okay, well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I really am glad that you were here, and yeah, this is a great time. Make sure to smash the like button in the face. Also, kick the like button in the balls, and then just, man, I can't wait to see you next week. It's gonna be fun.
All right, Jules, you said you were working on your outro here. Let's see what we got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just thank you everyone for watching, everyone who commented. This is super fun. Please let us know if there's any other topics you want us to talk about. And a big thank you to Matt for sending in the video because it was super fun chatting with
Yes.
him when we were able to do that in person. I'm really glad he can be a part of this and super excited for next week.
Yeah.
I like that one. That's a good one. Hey, guys, this is Toa saying thank you for joining us tonight. Make sure you go to our website, oneupds.com. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you know when we go live next time. It'll automatically notify you on your phone, mobile devices, and your computer at the same time. If you want to donate to the show, you can go to, like I said, our website, oneupds.com. Hit the donation tab. You can go to Streamlabs or Coffee. Donate whatever you want. Everything goes towards the production team here and new equipment, new microphones, new cameras, things like that to make the show better. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you guys next week, 7 o'clock here on either YouTube or our Facebook. Check out our Facebook for more information on that one. All right, guys. We'll see you later.
Bye. Did you get my dab? Oh, good.